our destination,
your biggest travel fails.
Let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Girls Trip and happy Friday. Feeling the Friday vibes. And I'm just excited because we get to read your stories.
Nothing like a good Friday
Yeah.
by reliving your most traumatic experiences.
Moments or travel experiences.
And we get to laugh at them.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
We appreciate them. I have not looked at these, so
Yeah.
I do not know.
Oh, you don't know anything
I
about
don't know what's coming
It's gonna
in
be good.
these. But I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, in our travel survey, which we have been sort of dissecting this whole week, we also asked you to share some of your biggest travel fails. I'm sure we each have our own. But yeah, just to see what you guys have gotten up to. So Joy, you want to kick us off?
Sure. A major blizzard in 2018 canceled our flight across the Atlantic from New York to Oslo, which would delay us for days. In a fit of stubbornness, we found a reroute that slingshot back and forth across the U.S. From New York City to San Fran to Denver to London to Oslo. We made our Oslo Airbnb plus subsequent train reservations, but nearly spent 24 hours on planes to get there.
Oh,
That sounds horrible.
1, 2, 3, and then you're there. Oh my gosh.
From New York to San Fran to Denver to London to Oslo.
wow.
I'm shocked that you made it there at all.
That you made
Yeah.
it in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the worst part of that. Is it the 24 hours of travel? Because, I mean, anyone's going to be cranky at that point.
We
Yeah.
did it from Corfu to Newark.
Yeah.
That was a solid 24 hours that we
Yeah,
were up
it's
for.
rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
But on top of that, you must have so much stress and anxiety.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Oh,
Not
are you gonna
knowing,
make
are
it,
you going
right?
to make your next flight? Like, that's a
Constant
lot
stress.
of flights.
Did
That's
you have
not
only
stress.
carry-ons?
That's not just one connecting.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
stinks.
you have to at that point.
That's
There's no way.
traumatizing.
Yeah.
Like I think I probably would have just said, like, we're not
not
going.
going.
I'm interested to know how many of these stories involve flights.
Yeah.
Of that being the like
The-
Mine
problem.
does.
the thing. Yeah, mine too.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, that's the like. It's probably flights and then what accommodations is probably
Yeah, 'cause
second.
if-
like
if that
something
doesn't go
happens,
right, yeah.
Or God forbid, like an,
or, like,
an
food poisoning.
accident of some sort.
Yeah,
Sickness.
and then like crime.
Yeah.
Getting, yeah.
You know, something happening to you.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay, that's a doozy
rough.
to start with. I
that's
mean,
bad.
yikes. Okay.
Maddie. I had a trip to Nepal planned and my flight from Newark to Dubai was perfect. Exclamation point. All caps. I got bumped up to business class, so I had my own little pod thing. You know, the ones with the bed. It was great.
I've never even been on a plane with a pod.
I know.
Ours-
They look amazing.
Ours coming, the 12-hour flight to Newark it was mostly that.
Really? Did
And
you
there was a
walk
little
past them?
section of the what's the word? What we would only get. There's like a little section, but it was mostly.
Wow.
It was
Everyone's like, we
intense.
know we need to sleep.
It
Yeah,
was
that sounds
gorgeous.
great.
Yeah.
It was great. But once I landed in Dubai, I got lost in the airport and therefore I got lost finding my gate to Nepal and I missed my flight.
Oh no.
I had to call my dad from a stranger's phone and it was like 3:30 a.m. here. And I had to tell him that I missed my flight and even worse, there were no more flights going to Nepal, so I needed him to send me my money to get home. So basically I flew for 48 hours straight from Newark to Newark. Ha 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 ha.
I'm stunned.
Well, two for
At that
two.
point,
two
do
for
you want to
two
just go
flights.
somewhere else?
How do you
wanna
not
just, like,
still keep going to Nepal? Like,
I
even
don't
if
know.
it's the next day.
That's sad. That's sad.
I
That's
would
a
sleep
sad
in
story.
that airport. Just be like, well,
2 for 2.
I
Flight
want to know
problems.
some more stuff about this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
I've heard some things. I don't know. I know some people have had great experiences in Dubai. Some people women who are like, no,
Yeah.
like you're not safe there
Okay.
as a woman. So I don't know if it was
Yeah.
just like, I got to get myself out of this
Yeah.
situation. If you are
I know.
a young
And if
girl,
you're panicking, if you're anything, it doesn't feel like right, you're probably like, get me home. I just want to be home.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is brutal to not even have a happy ending.
You just
It's
spent money to fly. At least you got business class.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's bad.
Wow.
You're up, Laura.
All right. I was going on a family cruise. My son was a few months old, and once I got to the cruise terminal port, I realized I forgot my son's passport at home. The stress. Yeah. Thank God that we arrived at the cruise terminal port about 2.5 to 3 hours early.
Okay.
So my husband and my ride had to go back home to pick up the passport and come back. It was nerve-wracking to say the least. 21 years later, and I'm still super anal about checking for documents before leaving the house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'll fix you.
Yeah.
That is so stressful. This is the same person, but a different experience. In the Bahamas, we reserved a nice sized car. And when I went to pick it up, I got a Matchbox car.
Uh-oh.
What's
I
that?
fought and
like
yelled,
a tiny little...
called the manager, and still left with the Matchbox car.
Oh, that stinks.
The passport thing is very stressful.
Yeah. I mean, that's your... Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
So stressful.
Yeah.
We have a friend who, I'm trying to remember the exact details, but like they were going on a cruise, and I forget if it was that she didn't like forgot her passport at home, or I think it was maybe that she waited to collect them and then like couldn't find hers anywhere.
Oh no.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So when they got there, like she had no passport. She brought like every other document that she had, hoping that they would like.
let her?
I think they knew somebody who like worked at the port or something and called them, and like nobody could do anything for them. So she like waited in all of the lines with her family, and like they got on and she didn't. And I was like, that's terrible.
That is so painful.
Yeah, that's really painful.
Yeah.
But there's a weird part of me in all these stories that is like, I'm so glad that's not me. And that's making me feel better.
That hasn't happened.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
I think that the
Heartbreaking.
passport thing is always going to stress me out forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it here? Is it in? Okay.
I think in Paris, I asked Thomas every block if he had our passports on his person.
I mean, my mom stresses me out about it. And she'll like make me second guess myself. She'll be
I know.
like so many times,
Yeah.
like,
And you're like,
it's
do
not
I?
expired, right? And I'm like, no. But
For-
then the 15th time, I'm like,
From
I don't
five
know.
mi-
Maybe
from five-
it is.
Yeah. You're like, now it's changed.
I don't know if it's expired from 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It might be.
Maybe I looked at the wrong date. So I'm always stressed out about that.
Yeah. Oof.
Next. Didn't leave myself enough time to get a bottle of water before a Spirit flight.
Ooh.
I thought, it's a 2-hour flight back to Newark. I'll be fine. Until an emergency landing in a different location, sitting on the tarmac. I was about to cut off my arm for a sip of water. Because I have a feeling that the Spirit's flights were like, I don't have any
we don't
water
have
for
any
you.
water.
Anything.
Whoa.
Yeah, that
That's
is
bad.
true. I never bring liquids on planes. Like I never stop and get.
I
Like,
always do.
I always do too.
water because
I
I
have
always just assume
I always have like a huge
thing of
it.
water.
Yeah.
Yep.
that they're gonna bring it to me.
Yeah. I mean, they normally will, but I'm like, I want my bottle of water, and I would normally have like some sort of coffee beverage.
Yeah.
I have full confidence in my bladder.
I also don't. Yeah, I
So-
don't like to have to pee on the plane.
Yeah.
So if it's like a whatever 2 to 4 hours, I'm just like I'm not peeing on a plane.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. So I'll just not drink too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I agree.
actually don't mind it. It's like, this is part of the experience of flying.
It's dirty, but it's fine.
You guys don't understand. I never went anywhere. I never did anything.
True.
So all
Okay.
those little things.
This travel fail is like this much in compared to other travel fails that I have, but it involves the bathroom sort of. So most recently on our flight to Turks and Caicos, and I've been hearing this happen more often. So my mom and I booked like at the same time. We're on the phone with each other so that the 6 of us could have seats
Okay.
all
like
the way
yep.
across. That
Okay.
way we have the 2 kids.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can
yeah.
kind of bounce back and forth between us, whatever. And we booked it. And then that day comes, we're in the airport. And we're getting on, and I'm asking Miles, like, oh, like what row are we? And he was something like 36 or 33 or something like that. I'm like, okay, so we're walking on the plane, and I'm like, we're like really running out of rows here. Like, how far back can we be?
Yeah.
So we are the last row
Wow.
on the plane. And I'm like, I did not book these seats. I would never book the last row. You're right by the bathrooms, and you can't recline your seats. Ooh. So I was just like,
I'm pissed.
And we're not by my parents. My parents are in the row that we originally booked.
Yeah.
And apparently
I'd be
it's
pissed.
becoming more and more of a thing where even if you buy your seat, people can outbid what you've paid to bump you out of your seat.
It's a jungle. It's crazy.
And they like don't have to notify you.
Yep.
It's
But
just they found us other seats, therefore that person paid more
On
money,
like
and
what,
that's it.
Expedia or like on these random
not
sites?
necessarily.
No.
No. I've heard so
Stop
many
it.
of these stories that I am checking, because now on your app you should be able to check seat locations. I am checking 10 times before while I'm in the at the gate. I'm checking my seat like 10 times.
I have
sure
never
it
heard of
hasn't
that, and
changed.
I am furious right
Yeah.
now.
It's happening. Like one family that I follow on Instagram, like their flight got like canceled. They just like canceled them. Like the flight didn't get canceled, but their seats got canceled.
Yep.
And then they wanted them to fly like
they
in
overbook.
all different seats, but they had young kids.
They
So like
purposely overbook.
thankfully our kids were with us because obviously we couldn't have that. And I was just like, I'm just gonna let this go because it's a short flight. It's like
Sure.
3.5 hours. But if this were, an 8-hour flight
No.
and I can't recline my seat and I'm by the bathrooms, I would have been livid.
Yeah.
But that's like a thing that is
Yeah,
happening
a girl,
more and more.
a girl in front of us. I think this was the
I am so upset
trip
right
home
now.
from Florida one year, maybe. Full on panic attack, meltdown, because they gave away her seat and she had to sit somewhere else where I don't remember if it was like a window seat or an aisle seat that she wanted specifically, but it was like, I know I can't. I'm going to not be able to handle this. Full on meltdown at the desk and in the plane. Yeah.
And they're like, well,
They're like,
someone,
sorry,
someone
this-
bought your seat. Suck it up.
Yeah. And let me just tell you,
Someone actually gave them their seat because they felt so bad for her.
bad for her.
Oh
Yeah.
my
She was
gosh.
full on panic attack. Yeah.
those
There's
airplane
reasons.
bathrooms,
They smell.
they are, and they're getting a workout. Like there was never
Yeah.
not a line of people
Yeah.
who are like,
on
hanging
your
onto your
seat.
chairs, and you're just like,
Hi.
hi.
Yeah, thank you. Where's my
So yeah, that was fun.
wow.
Who's up?
Super fun. I think
it's me.
Rebecca.
Okay. My friend and I were in Kiev,
Kiev.
Ukraine.
Kiev.
And ended up getting completely lost in the subway system for hours.
Oh, no.
Oh gosh. We kept boarding the wrong trains, struggled to make sense of the map, and even the directions we got were often incorrect. The only silver lining, it was pouring rain all day, so at least we weren't missing out on much above ground.
Aww.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
When directionally you can't.
And when
figure
people
it
are
out.
telling you something, like you're not able to really get the right answer, and you're like, well, okay.
Yeah. At that
That's
point, I
rough.
would have just been like, I'm actually curious for some of these stories, like when they happened. Like, is this pre? I can just get an
It's
Uber.
true,
Like,
yes.
you have to figure out a way
Yes.
to communicate with people
Yeah.
because you're not going to be able to do it through
Yeah.
technology. Because that's like a whole other ball game.
Yeah.
Right. Because if now I'd just be
That's
like,
true.
we're going above ground, getting
Yeah.
in a taxi and getting back to our hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe these are a
So
decent
that
amount.
could be pre technology,
Okay.
which is different. Okay.
There's probably so many more travel mishaps.
Oh,
back in
so
the day.
many.
Well, I don't know. Maybe technology makes it more difficult. You never know.
I was late to getting to a flight out of LaGuardia. This is an airport in New York.
Already bad.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun.
I had planned to take an airport shuttle bus from Port Authority to LaGuardia, but didn't realize it stopped multiple times to pick up more people. And I knew I wouldn't get to the airport when I needed to.
rough.
Okay, Rory Gilmore.
Acting fast, I took my backpack and asked to get off the bus so that I could take a taxi. After the taxi I'm in took a few turns and passed a block or so, this is Midtown New York, my heart drops to my feet when I realize I left my suitcase in the cargo area under the bus.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I immediately jump out of the taxi. We were in stop traffic and run like a mad woman
To the bus?
with my chai latte splashing everywhere through New York City, around corners, trying to find the bus I was just on. There are so many buses in Midtown New York.
What?
Oh my
God bless.
goodness. I found it finally, and when it came to a safe enough spot, I ran up to the door and started banging on the bus door
No
and
shame.
pointing to the cargo area, trying to shout and explain that my bag was underneath. The grumpy driver finally opened the door, and I was able to get my suitcase before leaving again to get a new taxi. I miraculously made my flight.
That is a miracle.
That's a miracle
That's
story.
That is a miracle.
Where's the movie?
Oh my god, the chai latte killed me.
chai latte.
That is the best. Oh
I
my
don't think I
God.
would have had the
It's like devil-
guts
Yeah.
/ like insanity
Oh, you
to go
got-
chasing down a bus.
for your luggage. You gotta.
I think I would have just been like, oh my God, it's gone.
no, you gotta do. No,
Listen, I mean,
if I didn't think I was going to make my flight on that bus,
yeah.
you have.
there's
to,
no way I would have thought I could
Yeah.
go back to the bus where you don't know where it is and then still make it to the airport. I would have been like, I either am getting my luggage or I'm making my flight.
You have to channel Anne Hathaway from Devil Wears Prada in that moment and just do
just do
what
it.
you have
Got
to
to
do. That's amazing.
yeah, that's an incredible story.
That is like impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That you did that.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Once again, glad it's not me. Glad it's not my story. I have 3 responses that are all 1 sentence long. So I'm going to do all 3 of them.
okay, cool, all
yeah.
3.
Okay. Number 1, getting to Iceland and missing our first activity. We were 30 minutes late. That's sad.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
That's a real bummer.
2, I always used to get sick when going on family vacation when I was young. I totally can
That
relate
sounds
to this.
like a third row
Yeah.
of a van type situation.
Yeah. You're the youngest.
You're the
Get in the
youngest.
back. Oh, so sad. 3, I had to stop on my flight path. They changed my gate of departure and I missed my flight back home. Like that, when you're trying to go home, I think that is worse trying to go home actually, because you're already sad that you're leaving.
Yeah.
I would rather it be coming home than feeling like I'm now, because you're never gonna like extend your vacation if you get there late. You just miss out
true.
on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Yeah.
I think mentally it's harder because
Mentally, you're tired.
You don't want to
done,
deal with this. Yeah.
You're
You're
crankier,
just like,
but
oh,
but you're not like necessarily missing out. You're just like
that's true.
Like if
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I just missed a whole day
Yeah.
of my vacation,
That would
or
be
I
a
missed
bummer.
like a something that I planned, like that
Yeah.
stinks.
No, that
Yeah.
stinks.
But yeah, that's rough.
Rough. Not actual fail, but I was literally 2 minutes away from missing the flight on my honeymoon. We were sitting at the gate waiting and everything. We must have been so tired we didn't hear them call our flight and we're the last ones to board, which was actually nice because we didn't have to wait for everyone to get seated.
Don't try and spin it. It's bad.
Yeah, that's
it's bad.
bad.
That is so funny. I mean, they make so many announcements. I don't know how
And then
you
there's
could miss
a
that.
two of you.
That was so loud. So sorry.
This last
Oh,
flight to
no.
Turks and Caicos, we were there early. We had like 2 hours to kill at the gate. And every time there was an announcement, my
like-
3-year-old son was like, did you hear that? Did you get that?
Oh,
Like somehow
He was
like,
like-
he like recognized like that's important. Did someone
The
hear
voice
that?
is coming from above.
The
We need to
clock.
listen.
Maybe he thought it was God. I
love
don't
how
know.
this person started with not a fail.
Not a veil.
Okay, that's pretty. That's yeah, very
They
close.
didn't miss it, but,
But
to
at least,
almost
yeah, that
miss
would have been a
it,
rough way
Your
to start your
honeymoon.
honeymoon.
at the gate.
I would have been like, stay awake. We will
Yeah.
make this flight.
Wow.
Oh,
That's rough.
funny.
That is rough. Okay. My boss and I got to Richmond, Virginia to find out when we landed that our client was sick and canceled the meeting. We had lunch in Virginia and flew back home. It was a great day to have lunch in Virginia. Same person. This may not be a travel fail, but a little aggressive. We took this is an interesting 2.25 hour ferry.
2.25.
Not
two and
not
a quarter.
two and a half. Not 2.5 and not 2 1/4. Wait, 2 1/4? No, 2.25.
No. It's not. It's
just
not. It's
under.
just under. It's just under.
Just under. Drove for 40 minutes, then took a 20-minute ferry, all one direction, to see an isolated lighthouse. After 3 hours on the island, we did the same travel back to the resort. It was a long day with 4 kids, but we've got some great pictures and unique shells to show for it.
This person is glass is always half full. This person.
They're trying to spin that one.
Yeah, that's a no. I mean, I never would have headed towards the isolated lighthouse, but that's just me.
It's just me.
Isolated lighthouse.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm ending on a long one.
Okay.
Not super long, but pretty long. I was traveling to San Francisco for a work convention. The flight I was on got in late and I had to go to dinner immediately after checking into the hotel. The problem was the room was the worst room I've ever been in. Ooh. Besides being very small, the street light was right outside the window and at the same level. Therefore, the light literally illuminated the entire room. You couldn't open the bathroom door more than halfway because it was that small. And the cherry on top is there was a support pole, in parentheses, think basement ceiling pole or cement pole in the middle of the room.
Oh.
I was sharing the room with someone and we both feel it was a storage closet converted to a room. Being on East Coast time and having all of these distractions, we stayed up talking and drinking coffee all night. The next morning, we got a different room. Aw, happy ending.
Yeah.
Happy,
Yeah.
maybe, hopefully.
I mean, sharing a room and being in those close quarters, that's
Bad.
That's
With the
not
light
good.
We had a similar experience on our way to Bermuda.
Yeah.
Lauren and I were, I was about to say newlyweds. We weren't newlyweds, but we weren't newly in-laws. I wouldn't say we were newly in-laws at all.
No, but we hadn't traveled together.
We had not traveled together
Yeah.
yet, but it was me, Lauren, and my mother-in-law, Lauren's mom. And we are like, we got to go get a flight out of JFK in the morning. So let's just sleep in New York at night. Let's find like a little hotel. We'll sleep
Because we had a really early flight.
A really early flight. Let's just bad decision. I think I don't know if there's any way around it. Like we were gonna get a crappy hotel room. Like there's no way around it.
And it wasn't a crappy hotel room. Like I used like my whatever
Oh, yeah, you
Marriott
used points for it.
It was
and it
not
was like
supposed to be.
60,000 points. Like
It was
should have been a
crazy.
regular
Yeah.
hotel
Yeah.
room, and it was
It was
not.
two full
it was
beds.
2 full beds, not 2 queens, which
Two
is what
full
I
beds.
thought.
So we gave one bed to mom, and we shared one. We just had not been that ever close to each other.
You were like, we
before.
shall not move.
The room's AC was non-existent.
No, like literally, we couldn't even find.
It wasn't
like
there.
A
It did not
thermostat.
exist. The limit does not exist. It was not there.
Yep.
So Lauren and I are sweating.
Like miserably sweating.
It was so. I didn't fall asleep all night. I mean,
Joy didn't move. This was her the entire night.
Okay.
I was mummied. I was mummied.
You're like, I will not. I will
was like,
not interrupt.
Which
Lauren.
therefore stressed me out
You
because
out.
I'm like, if she's not even moving to try to not
like,
disturb
I
me,
can't.
then I also can't move.
At this point, I think I would be laying across Lauren's head if we were traveling together now. But it was so
at
funny.
this point, I would have been like, everyone up,
Yeah.
we're going out because this is so
This is
miserable.
No one's sleeping.
Like,
it would have been nicer outside.
it would have been like
Yeah.
it was so horrible. And then my mom is a weirdo, and no matter what
the
time she has to
shower.
wake up, she has to shower in the morning.
to shower.
We were up at like 4 a.m. and she's like, I'm just gonna take a quick shower. I'm like, what? I was like, we didn't even really sleep.
we were just like, please get us out of this room.
it was so miserable.
Oh, wait. Part 2 to this story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. We get to the airport and we have our luggage. We're like, we're out of that room finally. we go through security, no problem. We get to our gate, no problem. We're sitting down. Laura and I look at each other. We're like, it's really early. Like, let's go get like a snack. let's go get coffee. So we got up. We start walking around, and we get our snacks, and we're in line. And everything is fine.
Everything's going great.
I look over to Lauren. She is Casper.
She's like, I need food.
I'm going, are you okay?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to pass out.
I forgot about this part.
Fine. 4 seconds ago.
Joy also hadn't seen this happen.
She's like,
yet.
I need
What is
food.
happening? I was like, Lauren, don't die.
Yeah.
We're going to Bermuda.
Yeah.
Go over there and sit down.
down.
I was like, give me your peanuts. I'm going to go get these. What they weren't peanuts. She goes and she sits down. I pay for our snacks and I go over to her. I'm like, what is
yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
Girlfriend almost fainted, like almost
It's
passed
the
out.
worst feeling in the world.
Did
'cause-
your blood sugar drop?
Yeah. Like all of a sudden you feel it. You feel this like whooshing in your ears. You get really hot and you're just like,
It's just so confused.
oh no,
You were
oh
like-
no, I'm in a public place and I'm going to go
I'm
down.
in a public base of going
Like
down.
this has happened to me enough times where like I know
Oh,
that it's
man.
coming and
Yeah.
it's just so awful. And like, yeah, we were still like, again, the first time traveling together. So I'm trying to be like,
I'm fine.
I'm great.
totally fine. I might pass out, but I'm totally fine.
I might faint on this metal floor.
I might need medical
We're all
help, but
good.
we're okay.
No, other than that,
No, that was part 2. Part 3 is we arrive in Bermuda.
yeah,
Right. And we're staying at a gorgeous hotel. It's the
Gorgeous.
St. Regis. It's beautiful,
Nonsense.
you know, all that kind of
Nonsense.
stuff. And there's like nobody else there.
Yeah.
Like nobody.
It was empty.
And yet they couldn't manage to check us in for like 2.5 hours. They like
Yeah.
forgot about us in the lobby and we're just like sitting there for an eternity.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
Then we finally get into our room, and I have never been in a hotel room like this. I don't think I'll ever be in a hotel room like this again.
really
Now, this was a brand new hotel. Like it had
Yeah.
opened a year, I think, before
Yeah.
we got there. So this was like intentional, which is mind blowing to me. You walk in to the bathroom, okay?
To the tubs,
Like
specifically.
to the bathroom. They literally took a big room and they cut it in half. So you're walking in, the whole thing is the bathroom with a gigantic tub directly in the center of the room.
Yep.
So you have to like choose to go left or choose to go right to like get around
Or
it.
take a little dip.
odd Poconos vibes.
Yeah,
there.
like
yeah.
and like I guess I guess I could get it if you're like there with your spouse and you have a king.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
But
But this is 2 queens.
But this is not
naturally,
not the
all 3 of us got in the tub and took
Yes,
the picture.
of definitely.
I
With
have,
our clothes
I have
on.
photo evidence. I have evidence.
Okay,
whatever.
whatever. Sure, fully clothed, and we didn't turn the water on. So if anyone wants to
But then
know.
you have these like gigantic sliding doors that separate the bedroom area from the bathroom. But like, let's say someone's taking a bath and you're in the bedroom, but you want to like go to the pool. You
can't get out.
You have to walk through
You
the
have to be,
bathroom.
pardon me. Can I come in?
or jump over the balcony.
Then you have to open the door to your hotel room where
And
everyone can see the
expose.
person in the tub
Yeah.
to leave. It's
so
like,
much.
Poor
who did
planning.
this?
Poor planning. Yeah.
It was bizarre.
It was bizarre.
It was really bizarre.
But
Other than that,
it was a great
great
trip.
time.
It was a
Great time.
On that note, we're gonna go from Bermuda to Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon.
It's Snowmageddon closed down Newark Airport the morning of our direct flight to Norway. The only flights out were going in the complete opposite direction. So we flew to San Francisco, to Denver, to Heathrow? How do you say this?
Heathrow.
To then get to Oslo. 32 plus hours of traveling. Does this bring us back to your first one?
Oh boy.
Is this the same one? Did I just
I
reread
feel
it?
like this is
No.
Same person?
this
Different
could be
family?
a husband-wife.
Oh, maybe.
Stop
Each
it. Look at that,
submitting
though.
different
They both
way.
had to think of it as like
It's
the
slightly
terrible.
They
different,
started
though.
with that one.
Yeah.
Isn't that cute?
That's funny.
If you're listening,
If you're listening.
you're meant to be together.
And if you gave us that one.
That was sweet.
That's so funny. Okay, these are the last 2 and they're short, so I'll read them together. Okay. On my honeymoon, I forgot any hairstyling tools besides a brush, so I was rocking some island hair. Oh.
Been there,
You
sister.
know what? Yeah.
Oh, well, I went to Paris and had all of the tools, but brought all the wrong
work.
adapters,
Yeah.
so it didn't work. So I was very unhappy about that.
Yep.
I like, and just glancing over the words in this one, and I'm already laughing. On the plane to Hawaii, so potentially a long flight wherever you're coming from, I dared my brother to eat this suspicious nut butter-esque sample packet in a magazine that was on the plane. Oh my God. As soon as we landed, he completely broke out in hives all over his body and had an allergic reaction. Thankfully, we were able to get him to a doctor in time. Moral of the story, don't eat suspicious food samples on the plane or in foreign locations.
Wait, in inside a magazine. Like it was
inside a
hidden
magazine.
inside the magazine, like in the
It
little.
could have been like a tear out, like in a magazine, like some, like you know how they do like
Yeah.
perfume samples. I've never seen an
butter?
edible
That's nuts.
sample.
That's nuts. No
it
pun
probably
intended.
wasn't even. Maybe it wasn't even food. I don't
Probably
know.
wasn't food. Oh
They were
my
like,
god,
smell this.
That
That's
sounds
crazy.
like a sitcom experience.
It
right there.
does.
That's
It
hysterical.
does. I mean, brothers will do dumb things.
Yeah.
My brother and I
Hives.
both went to urgent care together when we were in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
We had a bond.
So that was fun.
To put this is how I interpret the story, getting it through text message at the time, which is at the time my boyfriend and his sister. I get a text message. He's in Hawaii. He goes, "I'm on my way to urgent care. Stepped on a sea urchin." I'm like,
And you're like,
"Are you dying? Like, is
what's
it
going on?"
poisonous? What's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, it didn't come out on its own, so I'm going to urgent care." I get, "Okay, let me know what's going on." A couple hours later, I got another text message. "So while I was in urgent care, they just assumed that I was here because of my sunburn. So they gave me sunburn cream. And then they took the sea urchin out of my
Spike.
foot."
yeah, it was an adventure.
Yeah.
It was
you were not
definitely-
You had
included
the
in that.
eye
I did
thing.
not know you were going.
You didn't care.
I didn't know.
She
I
didn't
didn't
care
know.
about
I had
me.
no idea that you were involved in this.
So in that Hawaii trip, we were with. So I was married at that point. So me and Miles went. My brother,
my husband.
and your husband.
So
He was
funny.
before you were
Before
even
we were in the
dating.
It was a year before.
Yeah.
How wild.
I
is
And then
that?
our friend Cheryl. So,
Wild.
yes, this was a whole situation because he had to be like, I don't know what you guys were doing. Like, we're leaving each other voice messages every day or something. It was a whole production.
Joy,
he had to
Joy, I
like
love you.
go in a corner and like talk to her and leave messages and all this kind of stuff.
so in love.
So when we got there, you know, you're all like messed up in time or whatever. And so we took showers and I got out of the shower and I was like drying my face and I was like, oh, it felt like I had like got stung or something and my eye was blowing up and it just kept getting worse. And I did all the things like put compresses on and tea bags and like all this kind of stuff. And then we go to dinner that first night at the hotel and Artie's sitting across from me and he was like,
And Artie will tell you the truth.
he's like, are you going to keep your sunglasses on?
In the worst.
Oh man.
I was like, rude.
First of all.
Okay.
Tell me I'm beautiful.
But like, I've never gone to urgent care on vacation
Yeah.
before. Like, I barely go to urgent care when I'm home. So,
Yeah.
So
I was
bad.
just like, this has to go away.
What was it? Was it
Unclear.
It wasn't. We don't know if it was a sty.
I don't think it was a sty. I went to the urgent care there. They said one thing. I went to an eye doctor here. They said another thing. I took steroids to get the swelling to go down because it was like giving me headaches all along the side of my head.
gosh.
But it took a full year to fully go away. Like it shrunk, but it was there on my eye for a year. So some people said a chalazion. I don't know.
What kind of word is that?
Yeah. This is, guys.
Could it
the
be an
stories-
allergic
The stories
reaction
we
to
could
something?
tell. I
Yeah.
don't think so. Because I think that would have gone away. But it was like
Nuts.
a hard like
Okay.
bump that was there.
I'm sorry. I know what
Wow.
the theme is of today, but you cannot tell this story without telling the doctor story. I'm actually going to start cracking up thinking about it. Okay.
So I go to urgent care there. They're like, here,
Oh,
take this. First of all, I mean, it just gets so absurd. So yes, I go with my brother. First of all,
going.
they think we're married.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, sir.
You're like, no. I know we look alike, but
And yeah, they're very concerned about his sunburn
degree,
situation.
basically.
They give him like this silver cream that literally turns him silver. And here I am thinking I'm being like a supportive sister to him, and he won't let me live this down to this day. That as he was getting this stuff out of his foot, I was just like squeezing him, and he was like, "What did you think that was doing?" I'm like, "I don't know, I was just trying to be supportive."
Trying
My goodness. So they give me these steroids and they're like, you know, you might want to like take on with some alcohol because, you know, the steroids are going to like make you like crazy and maybe that'll bring you
take
down.
them with
With alcohol.
When has that ever been
This
recommended?
is like, this is how Maui does it, baby.
They're like, by the way, just take something to take the edge off.
Couple of shots.
Yeah,
that
hello,
will be great.
Well,
Okay.
being as I have never had alcohol, I
This
don't
is
think
not the
now is the
time.
time to experiment with that. But thank you for that medical
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So I got the swelling to go down enough to like enjoy the rest of the vacation.
Yeah.
But then when I got home, it was like still very much there. And who knew it was so hard to get appointments with eye doctors?
And I'll be like, I have a serious issue.
So after like,
Going
so
blind.
this was in August, and like the first 2 that I called were like, we can see you in December. And I'm like, what? I'm like, never mind. So I finally found someone who could take me in, and I'm like, great. So I bring my mom with me because they're going to like dilate my eyes. And I was like, I don't, you know,
someone to
drive.
drive,
And plus my mom was like, you know, oh, you're 30. I'm still coming to the doctor's with you. So we go there, and we're in this tiny room, right? So I'm sitting on the chair. My mom is sitting directly across from me, and this guy is sitting at like this desk, right? And he's asking me all these kinds of questions. He's like flipping my eyelid, you know, out and making all these noises and stuff like that. And he's just like a weird guy. Like, you know,
It's
like
weird, yeah.
just a weird vibe about him. And everything that he says is kind of a little like, like a little off. And so my mom already has the giggles.
Oh,
okay.
my Lord.
So she is like, but trying not to like
Hold it
make
together.
a scene. But I'm like looking directly at her, trying to answer this guy's questions. And she's just like doubled over, like can't control herself. So that's making me start to laugh.
Yep.
Then he's asking me like, do I have anywhere to really go the next couple of months? Because he's like, your eye is unsightly. That's what he says to me. That's what he said. It's unsightly. Now, in retrospect, I so badly wish I could have been like, I'm getting married or something. What did your mom do? So my mom loses her mind. This guy has like a completely straight face. He's like entering all of his notes in the computer. Unsightly.
Unsightly.
And my mom is like, she's trying to hide her face with a magazine. Like, she is crying, losing it. But she's behind him, so he can't tell. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if we call attention to this, but I like couldn't keep it in. So it starts like snorting out of me. And I'm trying to make it seem like I'm sneezing or coughing. I'm like, like choking. It was so bad. I was like, we need to get out of here
right now.
Right now. So we get out of there. We start driving. And I almost caused my mom to get into an accident because on the front lawn of this place, there's like, you know, one of those like posts that lists the names of the doctors. And his name is not on there. And diagonally across the street, there's like a cat veterinarian. And I was like, this guy is not even an eye doctor. He was like, they were definitely short staffed and they asked the cat veterinarian to come over today.
And she was driving?
And she was driving and she almost like got into an accident because she lost her mind again. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's such a
so
good
I don't even know
story.
how we got to that from our travel fails.
But that's the best way to end on because that's truly a travel fail, and then it extended into your normal life.
And then you were just told you hopefully you don't
You're
go
just-
anywhere.
you're just- I was like,
Just
do you
stay
want?
home.
Are you prescribing a paper bag for me?
my
Like,
God.
what are you even doing
do
right
you
now?
have, do you have anywhere to go?
Do you have a
for
mask?
the next couple months? What? The fact that he knew that it was something that might last though is scary.
Yeah, he said it could last like
boy.
up to a year.
Oh my god.
And it sure did. So
Well, new fear unlocked.
I really wish we got to the bottom, like a name. I wish he gave it a name.
Oh god.
I want that.
that was a blast.
My throat hurts from laughing so hard.
We might
Yeah.
have. I feel like we have so many more of our own travel fails that we might have to do like a follow up to this.
Guys,
because
I'm not
there's-
trying to
You're
make this
good?
like
Since
bad.
most of them are my fault, I'd rather not to go
Oh,
there.
then I definitely want to hear them.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. Honestly, and they were
Like
all like
recent?
Yeah.
No, they were all in the beginning of our marriage, which
Okay.
was the beginning of my traveling. So
Right,
I was
okay.
making some
Mistakes.
some
It's okay.
rookie
honest mistakes.
Rookie, honest, some would say cute
Cute
mistakes. Maybe not in the moment, but afterwards, yeah. One that wasn't my fault is we literally
let's focus on that one.
Yeah, good
One
idea.
that wasn't my fault was we literally went to Florida and a hurricane hit, and we were going to Universal, and we were in Orlando, and Orlando was like underwater, and it was so bad. It's not funny, but it was so bad that there was like, you know, the Jurassic Park building, there was like a hole that got like shot through the building, and it like made like national news. We're there. We're like a mile from this right now.
Goodness.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So we were like us and like everyone else at Universal would like go on with City Walk and would be like at the gate. just like waiting for it to open, and it like never opened until like our last day that we were there. So we tried to jam everything into this last day to like make it worthwhile. That was
The weather can put a
sad.
damper
That was sad
on
that one.
things. We had one Florida trip where it was like it was short. It was like 4 days, and it rained the entire time, and we just like watched the Winter Olympics in our hotel room.
No,
with, like,
I
cereal,
don't do well.
and
I
that
do
was
not
it.
do well. I'm embarrassed of myself the way I get when the weather doesn't
oh,
cooperate.
yeah,
but
it's
it
not
messes. It
fun.
really just messes it up.
Embarrassed. I have another version of myself that awakens,
That
and
comes
it
out.
is carnal. It is bad. It's
Yeah.
really, really bad. Like
I have
super
that
bad.
when my flat iron doesn't work, and
Ooh,
when
yeah.
I am forced into an hour-long hike against my will.
Oh.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
in
we
Portugal.
talked about that one.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, with
No,
me?
not that.
never
No,
you.
in
not
Portugal.
that.
My
Not
hikes are so
that.
fun.
my hikes are fun.
I mean, do you have any advice to people traveling about maybe like
Well,
your
I'll
name
say-
change
yeah.
situation, about what they
that
should
was
do or
fine.
shouldn't
Yeah.
do?
She's
That's not causing any unnecessary stress.
No.
No. Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the one advice
Little
I
bit.
would give, that was definitely my fault. I was in charge of booking the car one time, and I've never been charged of it again. That's a big situation. But at the time, we're just married, we're making no money, we're putting all of our money into this like trip. We're like, all right, let's try and save anywhere we can. So I'm trying to do all the research, and I find like, oh, okay, car rental. Like, oh, this is perfect. Like, this is a crazy deal. Let's do this. Not realizing that when we got there, there's downstairs in the airport in Florida, there's 100 car rental places.
Yeah.
So I'm like, babe, I got it all taken care of. You get the bags. I'll go downstairs and get our car. So I go downstairs. I'm like, okay, it's not that one. Okay, it's not that one. I'm like, let me double check like the name of the business that I travel the entire length of the airport, and it is not there. I'm like,
It's
I'm in trouble.
off-site.
I am in trouble. This is not good. Now I go all the way back to make sure I didn't miss it. Now I ask a worker, and he's like, no, that's not here, I don't think. So I have to go upstairs and tell him that it's not there. So we look back in the thing. We have to take a shuttle
Yeah.
to somewhere like maybe 25 minutes away. And it is a scammer place.
Yeah.
Like, it's God knows the amount of money that they actually ended up taking us from us in the end, with all the fees that they had onto it.
Yeah.
We weren't happy. And that was like starting off this specific trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where
So-
you just call and cancel that, and you
Yeah,
stand
and
in line
yeah.
in the
And you should
downstairs
have-
and
we
just
should
get
have
it
late-
different.
if we
cancellation.
didn't prepay for
Yeah.
it, now I would have canceled,
Yeah.
knowing the headache that's involved with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if we didn't prepay, we probably would have thought of that. But those are like those classic like mistakes, like rookie travel mistakes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah.
have any fails, guys.
Wow. Well, you know what? Here's the thing with Rebecca.
Here's the thing.
She might not know that it's a fail. She might need someone to inform her.
This is the
that it's a
person
fail.
that goes.
This is the person that pees in her
In the
trunk.
trunk.
Okay,
How
so
could- and
that's
consider
a fail.
and considers that a win. So
Oh my god,
That's
I'll
a
never let that go. The only fail that I will not say only, because I'm sure there's been some, I just really don't remember them.
yeah.
Is this the first time I've ever done this? I carry a pocket knife with me on vacation.
Oh,
And-
this is a fail.
And I always put it in my, like, if we're taking only for what is it?
Checking your.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
When
yeah.
you're checking it in, I will only carry it then. And coming home from our Florida trip, I had just, I wasn't feeling maybe amazing, a little needed some sleep, stuff like that. So Artie says that he did say, hey, don't forget to put your knife in the checked bag. And I completely forgot to do it. So it was in my backpack that I was bringing on. And we have like TSA pre, so no one's there. We get through, and it's super chill in Florida. So my bag
yeah.
goes through. And I'm already on the other side waiting for it. And I can see the screen and the guy's there. And I see my backpack get stopped. And the guy looks at it and kind of just like
I can't believe it.
he's like, I can't believe I'm staring at this. And I see the shape and I'm like, that's my knife. Okay. So it comes through and then there's no one there. And the guy's like, whose is this? And I'm like, mine. So he brings it over. He looks on the thing and he goes, oh, that's a knife. And I'm like, I know. Like, I know what I did. I'm clearly not trying to,
throw myself at the mercy of the TSA.
Be and harm anyone right here. So thankfully he had to take it out of the bag and then put it in. I had to give him my carry-on and then he had to put it in my carry-on. He wouldn't let me touch it, which I guess makes sense, whatever.
Okay.
And then he had to direct me. I was like, okay, well, I'm like heartbroken also because I'm like, my dad bought me this knife and I was just like, I don't want to lose this knife.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I guess I have to check this bag in as well. So he's like, well, you can do that. But he had to then direct me all the way. He had to like walk me as like, a parent with their kid. So he walked me out of TSA and then I had to go pay for that. So that was really I was like, I have never done this. And that was just, that was hit me. That was the fail.
This just on the heels of this, as we're talking about Florida being very chill and relaxed.
Yeah.
So we're leaving Florida. We get through security. We get home from Florida. I'm like, I just gotta go to the bathroom. We just got off the plane. We're home finally. I give Thomas my bag, my like big purse essentially. And I come back from the bathroom and he's holding my bag and all of a sudden I hear,
what?
I'm like, what is that? My hairspray bottle, slightly smaller than this, was in my bag the entire time.
Oh, wow. And
they
didn't
let you bring it on?
They didn't even care.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Thomas was like, what? He was so confused at how that happened.
That did not
Wow.
get flagged?
It did not get flagged.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was the shape of it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Wow.
I'm not gonna get into my whole story of my epic travel fail.
One day.
One day.
I'll just say we were supposed to fly home from Croatia to Newark, New Jersey, and we got on our first leg of the flight and we made it to Oslo, and then we had a 6-hour layover that got canceled, and that's when all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And whatever, it was a rough, like, I don't even know how many hours, 24 or 36 something, getting home. So we are, I think at this point, maybe in Copenhagen, ready to head back to the US. And I am like so done at that point with everything we have been through. The place we had slept the night before was so gross that we literally didn't turn on the lights. We didn't take our clothes off. We got in bed and we're just like, oh my God. Okay. Anyway,
That's
so we're in the airport and they decide to stinking flag me for like a full, like, we need to take you into another room, open up your bags, do a full like body search and stuff like that.
Why?
It was just a random like flag, and I was so ticked. And the people that were doing it, like, I think she was just making conversation and I was just like not having it. And she was like, oh, well, you don't seem like happy about this. And I'm like, I'm absolutely not. I'm like, this is the worst possible ending to the last 2 days. And I like went off on her and she was just like, okay. And I was like,
and you're like,
I'd like to be done now.
Yeah.
Like,
are you done? You finished?
oh my goodness. And like Miles was waiting for me because everyone else was on the plane already. So like that's how long they took. And I was just like, is this a joke? Like, how could this be happening right now after everything we've just been
you don't
through?
look happy to be here.
Where were you? Where were you when this is happening?
Copenhagen, I believe, at that point.
Copenhagen.
All right. Well,
Stinking thing.
Okay. I feel like we've opened up
a whole
thing here. So
of stories.
Drop your stories, people.
We
Come on.
might be coming back to this, so look out for some more horror stories. Thank you for
Happy
stories.
Friday.
Yeah. Or you can just decipher mine and see if it really was a horror story. I don't really know. Okay, so thank you for giving us your lovely stories. They made us laugh, made us cry and yell, all the things. And happy Friday. We're not done with summer. Okay, we're not going to say that,
Not yet,
but
no.
So stick around and like and subscribe, as we always
please.
yell at you to do. And as always, don't forget to enjoy the view wherever your ride takes you.